What is teething? When do we expect our babies to teeth? Who are early teethers and who are the late teethers? How can we tell that our babies are actually teething? Are there any remedies to help ease the teething process? Is teething gel really necessary? And how do we take care of our baby's teeth once they are out? If you have not subscribed yet, remember to subscribe. Otherwise, let's do this. Teething is a process of our teeth breaking through the gum. Normally, it usually occurs at the age of 6 months to 24 months. Though their babies will have their first tooth at 3 months, and these are the ones we call the early teethers. And there are those ones who will just be having their first tooth when they're having their first birthday. And these are the ones we refer as late teethers. Being an early teether or being a late teether does not have any implication as far as the baby's health is concerned. The first teeth to break through the gum is usually the two front lower incisors, these ones. They are the first ones to come. Then usually the second ones are the upper ones, the two front upper teeth. Then you'll have the lateral ones just besides the first two teeth, up and down. And then the teeth will just be sprouting going backwards till when you have your back teeth at the age of 2 to 3 years. If your baby is having their first birthday and then there's not any sign of teeth, please remember to see your doctor so that they are able to do the necessary investigations to see what could be transpiring to your baby's body that will have them not having their teeth on time. We are going to share a teething chart. That is how the teeth sprout from the first teeth to the 20th teeth on the comment section. By the 3rd year, a baby is supposed to have 20 fully developed teeth. If it's anything other than that, please remember to see your dentist. How do we tell that our babies are actually teething? The first symptom is usually drooling. Drooling can start from the age of 12 weeks or 14 weeks, depending on either your baby is an early teether or a late teether. So usually they'll drool and drool and drool, and what you're supposed to do is just keep on changing the bibs and wiping their faces. Because of this drooling and excess saliva every time on their face, they are going to develop a facial rash. The facial rash is going to be more in the area around the mouth and also around the neck area. This should not scare you, and you should not try to do anything to clear the rash. The rash will clear by itself once the drooling stops. What you're supposed to do is just to always remember to keep your baby's skin moisturized with preferably a water-based moisturizer. Then after the drooling, the second symptom is usually the gum swelling and inflammation. This is the symptom that usually causes them to be so fussy, they have trouble in sleeping, they are quite irritable, automatically because the gum is usually very sore and a bit oversensitive. They are feeding really deep, it really goes down, and they'll try to put anything in their mouth as long as it's not food. So they'll try to put your fingers, they'll try to put your keys, they'll try to put spoons into their mouth so that they are able to bite on them so that it eases the discomfort on their gums. So if you see any of these symptoms, remember that your baby is teething. As they grow older, they may start rubbing their face and also their ears, especially when they are having their back teeth. Just remember, in case you are seeing this and the baby is otherwise okay, that means no fever, they are not lethargic, they are not vomiting, they are not having diarrhea. It's possible that your baby is just teething. But if you see the rubbing of the ears and maybe something like a fever or lethargy, please remember to see your doctor just to rule out any ear infection that may be happening at the same time as the teething process. So there are so many times that a mother will report that when my babies are teething, they'll always have diarrhea, they'll always have vomiting, they'll always have a fever, they'll always be lethargic. Just remember, those symptoms are not teething symptoms. Babies will always want to put things into their mouth, and chances of them getting infection is quite high at this point in time. So most of the time, usually these babies will also have a viral infection on top of the teething process. So if you see your baby having all this diarrhea, vomiting, fevers, especially when they get to 38, lethargic, vomiting, not able to eat at all, they're becoming too irritable, please remember to see your doctor. The natural remedies to ease the teething process for your baby, the one that's easily available is actually your finger. Make sure your finger is clean. You can always use your finger to rub your baby's gum. This will really help them. You can even put a cloth or a gauze into your fridge or dip it in some cold water and use it to rub the baby's gum. It's really soothes the inflammation in the gum area. Also, you could use a cold spoon, some foods like a carrot or some cold cucumber. But when you are using carrot or cucumber, there's a small chance that they'll be able to bite it off, and this may risk choking. So if you are using carrot or cucumber, just remember to be there in case they bite off. You are able to make sure that it does not go in, but rather they are able to spit it out, or you remove it with your finger. Just to ease the skin irritation, remember to always dry the drool. Do not let your baby stay with the same clothes that they are wet with saliva, because this usually makes the rash even more prominent, especially on the neck, the chest, and also the face. So remember to keep on drying your baby's skin, to keep on changing the bibs, and if possible, keep on changing the clothes. Another thing, just be on the lookout to prevent infection, because as we said earlier, infections are quite common at this point in time. So whenever they drop, either they are using their teething toys, or they are using the carrot or the spoon or a cloth, whatever they are using, and in case it drops, because it's most of the time some of these kids are already mobile at this point in time, remember to always take it, clean it before they put it again in the mouth, so that these babies do not get infection as they are teething. We know of teething gel, teething syrup, and ash. These are usually prescribed. They are not natural, but they are usually prescribed, or you can get them over the counter. So are these really necessary? The answer is no. And they usually pose a health risk. One of the components in the teething gel, in most teething gels, is usually a benzocaine. This is usually a chemical used to numb. It's for anesthesia. It's used to numb so that you don't feel as much pain or irritation. It's a local numbing gel. It has ability to cause a condition in blood that interferes with oxygen carrying capacity. So the best thing is to not use any gels, to not use any teething syrup, to not use any type of ash or any other medication when teething. Remember, teething is a milestone, and it being a milestone, it is not harmful to your baby. It's just a phase and it will pass. So just remember to always give your baby lots of hugs, to give your baby lots of tender loving care, especially when they're having the back tooth. It's quite painful because number one, the teeth is usually big and they have a characteristic shape. So them breaking through the gum, usually the inflammation is so much, and also it's also quite tender. And whenever you think your baby is overwhelmed, you can always give them paracetamol just once in a day, so that they are able to ease the teething pain and discomfort, and they're also able to sleep well at night. So now that our babies have teeth, so how do we take care of them? Taking care of teeth for a baby and for a child and an adult, it's more or less the same. The first thing is hygiene. You always have to remember to always keep your baby's mouth clean. And one of the things that we really encourage is always use a cloth to wash your baby's mouth the first time you see the first tooth. You continue using the cloth, and when they get to 1 year or 1.5 years, when they have at least 6 to 10 teeth in their mouth, you can always switch to a baby brush. There are some baby brush found in the market. Switch to them, use them to clean your baby's teeth till when they are 2 years. Usually from 0 to 2 years, we do not recommend any use of a toothpaste because they are not able to spit. Most of the time, they will swallow. And you know, most of our toothpastes usually have fluoride. Then after 2 years to 3 years, then they can use a right-size grade of a toothpaste. And remember to always be there. They should always brush their teeth under supervision so that they are able to spit. In case your child is able to spit before 2 years, then you can introduce the low fluoride toothpaste. The specific toothpaste usually for 0 to 3-year-olds. It's low fluoride, and they should not swallow the toothpaste, they should spit the toothpaste. After 3 years, you can introduce them to the normal toothpaste that is found in the market. And at this point in time, you can also increase the size of their toothpaste to a pea size, and they should continue like that till age of 6 to 7. And they should always brush their teeth twice a day, so they'll do it in the morning after they have had their breakfast, and then they do it the last thing before they go to bed. Ideally, we should be able to clean our baby's teeth after every meal. Having said that, we discourage putting the baby to sleep without our milk bottle. We really discourage that because it really causes dental caries to the primary teeth that are just sprouting. So if you must, make sure you give your baby a sippy cup. We recommend stop using of the milk bottles to sippy cups where a baby sits upright, they take the milk, and then you put away the milk, then they go to bed. And also the other thing is they're supposed to go see a dentist. The first appointment is at 1 year. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this. Please remember to subscribe if you have not done so, and just let us know how do you take care of your baby's teeth. Otherwise, forever grateful. God bless.